Corruption is a form of dishonesty or criminal activity taken by a person or organization entrusted with a position of authority, often to acquire illicit benefit or abuse of entrusted power for one's private gain. During the president election campaign in 2015, President Muhammadu Buhari vowed to fight against corruption if elected, and since his election in April 2015, anti-graft war remained one of his topmost priority. In his inaugural speech, Kano State Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduji said his administration will have zero tolerance on corruption, and to facilitate this, anti-corruption agency will be reinvigorated for the agency to conduct its duties more effectively.
Anti-corruption, the principle of honesty, transparency, probity and accountability remains crucial in providing good governance. It is a known fact that the cankerworm of corruption has done incalculable damage on our collective ability to do what is expected of us as custodians and managers of the resources entrusted to us. To arrest this unhealthy, therefore, this administration will have zero tolerance on corruption. To facilitate this anti-corruption agency, I will re-energize the existing agency and also to ensure that those who are found corrupt are being punished accordingly.
On this background, Ganduje appointed the young, agile, fearless, straightforward, and vocal Barrister Muhuyi Magaji to head the anti-graft agency of Kano State.
When I came on board, yes, there was an existing institution called Public Complaints and Anti-Corruption Commission, which hitherto is merely an institution by name. You can bear me witness when I said an institution by name is when I come in as the executive chairman of this commission, I found a comatose agency that cannot even afford to produce an invitation letter to invite a party in a complaint, let alone have a vehicle to operate, that is operational vehicles, and more especially and more importantly, the running cost of the organization. Before I come in, it is only this administrative apartment, that is this administrative building, that is housing the entire Public Complaints and Anti-Corruption Commission. The other side, which is the operations department now, or the operations building, is even loaned to other agencies, government agencies, and come into the activities of the commission. As you know, we have 3 departments that was established by the law: Public Complaints Department, Rights Department, and Anti-Corruption Department. Then subsection 2 of section 21 of the law that establishes this commission empowers us to create more departments.
And when we said public complaint, we know most of the complaints are directed to these departments. And so far, this department, at least in this year alone, we have disposed over 150 cases, and we receive over 200 complaints. And each and every day we mediate between the parties, complainant and the respondent. And then some cases, of course, not all, but some cases may not be resolved here, but before the court of law, some of the cases we will take them to the court. But with all due sincerity, this department is the highest department in this commission, because we have recorded so many achievements.
Actually, in this department, if I am not exaggerating, I would rather say the backbone of the commission. The engine room which regulates the rights, protection, and the promotion of Kano indigenous in the states. We usually went out to settle dispute among the disputing parties with the sole aim of protecting the rights and equally at the same time promote the right of the citizens of Kano State. Between the disputing parties, it is either between an individual and the state, individual and the individual, and possibly individual and private organizations, provided it involves rights. We have the full capacity and the backing of laws to go and settle disputes, mediate, and achieve reconciliation. And at certain times, we went ahead to achieve or reconcile disputing party which involve monetary transaction and recover at certain extents money which is due to other parties. That is how we usually regulate this department.
Look at how we operate. Even a photocopy. Some people will come with their documents. That is, like now, they will come with the title document of a plot or of a house they are complaining about. They will come with the original. We will not receive the original. We will not collect the original. We need photocopies. Sometimes they even come to this office and photocopy those documents at no cost. So we are giving free services, and the government is doing a lot. As I told you, we turn around the commission. It's money. It's huge. It's a very, very big investment. And I must use this opportunity to commend His Excellency the Executive Governor of Kano State for doing so.
We are able to hand over a daughter to her mother, because the daughter maybe don't even know that her mother is alive. She for over 14 years they haven't met. The mother reside at Yola, Adamawa State, while the daughter is here in Kano. So luckily enough, due to our efforts and the investigation conducted by this commission, then the complaint came to this department. We started investigating the case, and luckily enough, we come to realize or to discover that the girl's mother is alive. The chairman gave directive that wherever her mother is, we have to find her out. And luckily enough, we trace her mother at Gombe, Yola's Adamawa State, and we have to investigate also to ascertain whether she is the real mother, and we have to trace the history on how her mother got missing after the death of of her husband, that is to say the child father. And just last week we came here, we hand over the daughter to her mother.
So in the first instance, when we receive the complaint, we will call the complainant to come and arbitrate his own complaint, his own reason of the complaint, and from there we will understand whether actually a right was violated. If it is established that a right was violated, so the department has to come in to see how we can protect and promote that right. So by doing that, if there is a free and fair case of this nature, then we will invite the respondents. The respondent will come, we will sit down with the respondent and the complainants. It's just like a setting where we apply the principles of law. We call it audi altram patam. That means you must hear the other side. You hear both the sides. You let the complainant state his complaint. You let the respondent respond to his complaint. Then from there we'll apply our expertise. When it involves law, we will apply it in such a way where we will apply wisdom and the law to see how we can achieve and protect and at the same time promote that particular right which was infringed.
I can tell you that today we stand alone as state ombudsman and anti-corruption commission in the entire country, and we have our sister agencies at the federal level. And as you rightly said, capacity building is key to the success of every institution and organizations. So we attach priority to capacity building. I made mention of the recruitment I made when I came in. In addition to the existing staff, we have trained our staff in the area of anti-corruption, that is in the ICPC and EFCC academies respectively. We train our staff in conjunction with other donor organizations such as DP, ROLAC and what have you, in many aspects, that is an anti-corruption effort. We train our staff in conjunction with other NGOs in the area of ADR, alternate dispute resolution, corruption risk assessment, and many more. And we have seen the results because of the output that was, that is visibly in the performance of the commission. You can see the output that is recorded is as a result of how capable our staff are and how important we attach to the training and discipline of our staff.
So there are so many landed cases in this department, and now we have already achieved over 85%, because recently we have even handed over some of the landed properties to the owners. And one thing that always makes me to be happy is that we normally resolve issues here in this department through mediation, because when they come, we will have to explain to them, this is not court, please be at ease, we are not going to force you to do this and that, but we have to follow all the procedure, amicable means of resolving settlement. And luckily enough we have resolved over, in this year alone, we have disposed over 85% of our cases.
So we are evolving, we are continuing to, as you see, we are continuing to initiate more and more innovative in all aspects of the commission, like this equipment as you see it. It's meant for public suggestion department. That public suggestion department is only because we now look at it this way, that the public suggestion box across the state were there since 1999. So once it was there since 1999, some of the grown-up children, or rather grown-up people there, 1999 to date, you are talking of something like somebody was not even born there. So you don't even know the value of that public suggestion. So now we devise an idea that we have to replace the old existing public suggestion box, because it was poorly made. I'm sorry to use this word. It was poorly made, and it looks unattractive, so much so that people might not even take it more serious. So we now take to look at we now decided to bring in new boxes to replace the existing ones. Number one, to attract people. Number two, to delete the notion, or rather to clear the notion that this suggestion box belongs to all the previous administration, but this administration doesn't have anything to do with this.
We have recorded so many achievements in this office of the Commissioner too. I could mention just a few. There is one Fulani woman who has been taken over by 419ers. They collected rice through her. She granted them to collect rice to the tune of 2.5 million naira, and they refused to pay the money. The woman came here to lodge her complaint. The chairman has directed me to follow up the case, and we have done it successfully. His Excellency the Governor has been, the attention of His Excellency the Governor has been drawn to the plight of that unfortunate woman. His Excellency was able to give her a plot, which we have sold the plot, and the money has been given to the people whose rice has been collected over the issue. And we were able to recover so many plots of people whose plots had been taken away by 419ers through double allocation in the Ministry of Land. And we have also mediated between people, warring parties among the citizens of the state.
We are giving a pre-services, and the government is doing a lot. As I told you, we turn around the commission. It's money. It's huge. It's a very, very big investment, and I must use this opportunity to commend His Excellency the Executive Governor of Kano State for doing so. Then secondly, we started to reach out to donor organizations. I made mention of ROLAC, I made mention of PAL, I made mention of DP and what have you. In all aspects of the Commission's engagement, we have 1 or 2 civil donor organizations, development partners that we are working with. That is in the aspect of anti-corruption. I said ROLAC are there. In the aspect of open government initiative, PAL, DP, the USAID, they are there. In the aspect of general performance or general activities of the Commission, Trust Africa, provide a helping hand. That was last year of $100,000 to support these organizations. It's a very good development, and it's something that we are looking forward for more development partners, more donor organizations to come in and support the operations of the Commission, so that the Commission will reach out to more people. Kano is in terms of population and size is as big as one countries. For instance, some of the African countries, even some European countries, are not as big as Kano in terms of population and sizes. So Kano is a very big place that we need more support. Government alone cannot provide all the necessities for the people.
And this commission is structured in such a way whereby when you bring in your complaint to this commission, it will went through the chairman office and the registry, then to the chairman office. From there, he will direct which department will handle a particular case. So if an issue falls under this department that is citizen right, which involve the rights, protection or promotion of our citizens' right of the states, so it usually go directly to this department. I have a supporting staff, IOs, who are usually, when I say IOs, I mean investigating officers. I have an investigating officers in this department who usually assist me, and at the same time, I equally assist them to discharge our functions. These IOs, I usually assign the case to them. When I assign the case to them, I study the case file and see who will handle that particular case. So in the first instance, when we receive the complaint, we will call the complainant to come and arbitrate his own complaint, his own reason of the complaint, and we will, from there, we will understand whether actually a right was violated. If it is established that a right was violated.
Well, actually, we have our executive chairman. And our executive chairman, we call him, sometimes we used to call him our friend. The relationship we have with him is very cordial, because even yesterday we are here with him. On Saturday we work right from 10 o'clock up to 7:30. We are here in the commission, and we don't have any weekends or whatever, because once there is work we have to come out, particularly the management of the commission. And the relationship between this department and other department is always excellent. Why? Because when I have a case, I will look at the case. I say, this particular case ought to be directed to citizen right. I will go directly to the chairman. This case, I still look at it. He say, why can't you just refer it to the director citizen right or director operation? And sometimes when you look at the case, this case has to be shared between 2 or more departments.
But in any business, between one party and the other, people should fear God. Because what I understand is that people never fear God at all. They could easily deceive somebody and collect his money. And if that is the case, then what is the essence of our prayers? What is the essence of our fasting? What is the essence of the reading of our recitation of the Quran? We have to put it into practice. We have to live peacefully with people. What you don't want others to do to you, please try to avoid doing it to others.
Within these years, as I said, within these 4 years, we're able to make or to transform the commission, turn around everything to the satisfaction of the people. And more importantly, what I'm proud of is the public confidence in the commission. The public confidence in the commission. You see, even though that didn't like us, have a belief in us that we can deliver and we are trustworthy. So I believe that is one of the major achievements, apart from even the receiving of complaints, reinvigorating of the agency, and the whole aspect of how public perceive what we are doing here is what is giving me confidence, what is encouraging me as a leader of this organization to continue doing what we are doing.
Actually, I must be very grateful to the chairman of the commission, because he achieved a lot in the sense that he ensured that there's a cordial relationship between other departments, because you will see we are working as a family. We are working without rancor. We are working with mutual respect. We are working to see that not only to see the success of your department, to see the success of the other department. If a particular case was brought to your notice or was assigned to your department, and at the end of the day you realize that the aim of justice will be better achieved if the case is transferred to the other departments. So we didn't hesitate. We usually collaborate, or we transfer, or we work.
I know the Kano state government, with all due respect, they are helping us immensely, because at least we are not lacking anything in this commission. Why? Because at least we know how we operate. Whenever we want to go on operation, the police, or even go to the scene, I can't say that maybe I need a boss, I need this and that, and find it zero. No.
We actually achieve our aims through mediation, reconciliation, arbitration. Despite the fact we are lawyers, but at certain time we backtrack the law at certain times to promote the rights and protection, to see that at the end of the day there is no ill feelings between the parties to achieve reconciliation. That is how we conduct our cases. Other department. Actually, I must be very grateful to the chairman of the commission, because he achieved a lot in the sense that he ensured that there is a cordial relationship between other departments, because you will see we are working as a family. We are working without rancor. We are working with mature.
Mediated between one big man here in Kano. The man has been holding the plots of people. After they gave him their certificates for him to buy the plots, he refused to buy the plots, and he has been dragging all over. Up to 11 years, he could not pay them their money. When they came here, we mediated between them and the man. The man is a big man, name was held. So later on, he gave them their money to the tune of about 21 million naira.
Kano is in terms of population and size is as big as one countries. For instance, some of the African countries, even some European countries, are not as big as Kano in terms of population and sizes. So Kano is a very big place that we need more support. Government alone cannot provide all the necessities for the people. So we need a helping hand. Nonetheless, government has tried, and our development partner has tried, and we will continue to do what we are doing, so that we will attract more people that will come and partner with the organization to deliver to its responsibilities.